Hello Internet, welcome to NextFest June 2024. Voidwrought has 30 minutes of my time to impress me with what it has to offer. Let us begin. Let us awaken, in fact. New journey. Animated cutscene. Across many generations, the ice-covered straits of the Gati archipelago remain still. Ancient creaking voices recount tales of a city of progenitors long lost, dead gods buried far beneath the surface world. Nice art style. At the cusp of each century, it stirs. In the times heralding the red star, its glaciers rupture its ice thaws, and shimmering ichor once more bellows forth from the husks of the progenitors, infused with the purpose of its long-dead hosts. I am liking this setup. At these times, some claim a seductive call summons them to the straits. The silken voices of the progenitors worm their way across the land, beckoning each to pursue their own ambitions, to seek out the ruins below. In the wake of their siren song, delvers set out in search of riches and fame. Scholars venture to regain lost knowledge, and eccentrics consume the shimmering ichor to gain its creator's favour. Yet, deep beneath the surface, something else stirs, aching to burst forth. Yep, liking that as a setup. Not too long. Ooh. Hallowed Advent. At last the seal crumbles. At last you are here. Long have I tended the candle flames awaiting your return. Or arrival, which is what that actually says. Do not avert your eyes from this hideous shell, for I exist to serve. Our holy mission is at hand. The city at Fest is polluted by the unclean. Within the halls of the court reside those who once wrought our doom. Doom wrought? Voidwrought. They ultimately sealed themselves within as calamity ensued many centuries ago. Its gate again lies open, and within stirs an abomination spawned by an old transgression. Once we are rid of it, this city's rebirth may finally commence. I will mark the royal chambers on your map. Let it be your guide. Use this momentary peace to familiarize yourself with your new vessel. I will do so. Right, jumping has an odd feel to it, as if we don't have a lot of air control, but we do have an obvious left at the start wall. Right, map button. Start. Okay, so we are actually supposed to be heading left at the start. It's almost like the okay, we are collecting stuff. Nice bit of interactable backgrounding. We do have an upwards attack. We do have destructible background items. Items in the foreground are not so big that they are going to massively impede our view of the character, which I think is becoming more and more of a pet peeve of mine. Tutorial. Getting us used to the attack. Slide mechanic on L1. That's actually quite a cool animation. It's got a cooldown. Ow. Nice particle effects. I'm always, and will continue, I think, to always be a big fan of the thing in the bottom right hand corner that tells us what an enemy is called. We can pogo potentially infinitely. We've got some ledge grabbing. Interesting. So, okay, that's got a cooldown. So dodge or slide and dash are not the same thing. That's an interesting choice. Commune? These enclosed halls stand as a testament to the cowardice uncertainty provokes. As the city collapsed into the earth, the people screamed and wailed. They hid behind thick doors and walls of stone, hoping to avoid calamity, trusting only that which they could see and touch. Their lack of devotion would not go unpunished. In the same cold dark in which they cowered, something began to stir. Ancient fauna, brought to the great court from many lands all across the world, grew strange, transforming into something new. The faithless became sustenance for those who dared to change their fates, and now forever stand as husks, eerie but beautiful testaments to their lack of faith. Enemy design is interesting. Style reminds me a chunk, but not perfectly, of Darkest Dungeon, which is an art style that I very, very much like. Unsure how I feel about the music. Acquired Shard of Vitae. It's a piece of heart. Nice little animation that goes with that. Okay, that explodes if we get too close to it. Right, that's going to require some kind of grappling hook ability, which we do not have. Everything is very... If you have watched my video that I did recently on Bow, Path of the Teal Lotus, especially if you if you watched it all the way through, as opposed to turned off after the first however long I meandered for in terms of giving my opinion. One of the things that you'll know is that at the end, one of my critiques was the inconsistency of art in terms of its line work. You know, there were a lot of lines surrounding the character, surrounding scenery, that were inconsistent. This is an example of what I mean by that being done well. You know, this is much more consistent feeling. And by feeling, I mean appearing. A shiny golden thing. I have acquired an artifact fragments. Purple glow equals save room. Nice particle effects. Save rooms are marked in purple and with an icon on the map. Appreciate. Combat feels fine. Methinketh that as of right now, things wrapped in purple we cannot do anything with. We need to regain our void powers, one assumes. I'm assuming that the symbols on the map Ah. Aha. Okay, another piece of heart. Hold on. A divine remnants. Oh, okay, so there is contact damage. I'd planned on checking. Another artifact fragments. Right, everything goes subtly dark here. Are these actual spikes? No, they are scenery. Enemies spawning from the ground in classic Vania style. Torch in the background offers light. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. Oh, this is a boss fight. Again, yes, I could see that happening. Okay. Pretty straightforward in its execution so far. Music reminds me a little bit of one of the themes from Man of Steel, actually. Yeah, quite a basic first boss encounter, but you don't want them to be super duper weird. Or maybe you do. I mean, this looks super duper weird. Awakened arm. Oh. Oh, okay. So the awakened arm is a charge attack. But we can now... Okay, if you get hits during your charge attack, it knocks you out of the charge state, and you actually have to take your finger off the button to be able to charge it again. Let's save our progress. We get our health back upon save. Hello. Oh, tender stranger, would you spare but a moment for a poor unfortunate soul? Worry not, for I am not like the others, although my burdens remain great. Weighed down by the corporeal as I am, cursed, some would say, with the compulsion to possess. Okay, you can tell a chunk about a shop. No, you can tell a chunk about a game by what is in the first shop you encounter. Chrono Canister. On impact, the canister creates a bubble that slows down time. More powerful beings remain unaffected. Relic. Focus a destructive horizontal beam that lights enemies on fire. Summons an axe. So these look like abilities we're going to be able to equip. Reduces the channeling time of healing salts. Damage dealt by relics now also refills void charges. Damages enemies around it as it shatters. Provides additional health. Increases the amounts. Right, well, we've got enough ichor for that. And I think we should try that. Artifacts. You've acquired an artifact. Relics house powerful activated effects triggered by spending void charges. These are replenished by visiting chambers of reflection. One assumes that is our save location, or by hitting enemies. Crests offer passive boons that remain active at all times after the crest has been equipped. Okay, so we have 2 slots for each. So I've handily picked one of each, it would seem. We've got a nice claws, improved ligaments, one. As in we've, yeah, okay, so it shows us how many of a particular thing that we have killed. We've got a bestiary of all the different things that we have killed and or interacted with. We don't have journal, regions, heralds, or beings yet. We've got our map, which is perhaps slightly zoomed in by default, but we've got custom markers. Yeah, okay. All good things. Uh-huh. So that was our basic currency. We don't have grappling hook though, but path unlocked. As the red star rose above, a royal heir was held up to receive its blessed light. A miracle birthed from the barren womb of an aged queen. The court revelled. The king decreed that delight should be brought from the far reaches of the world, by ship and by caravan to please the young heir. Yet none seemed to sustain the child. No exotic fruits, spice meats, nor sweet nectar nourished him. He remained malcontent, his body weak, and slowly wasting. Desperate, the king and queen beseeched the gods for aid and brought their blessed flesh before the courts. From that day forth, the child became the epitome of joy, his belly round and full. You are quicker than the others for reasons. I cannot reach you. Huh. Uh-huh. Okay, we can't get up through there. No, okay. I'm assuming I don't want to go down into this. So we're coming back to that. Yeah, very, very proper in terms of Metroidvania stylings. We could go left here. Let's see what's through here. Fast travel? Void anchor required. I'm assuming fast travel that we need a special thing to unlock? I'm assuming. Okay. Poison. I assume we're going to get the... Oh, there's a guy there! I was just lashing out because I'm a violent No, I'm not really, am I? Right, oh, there's icons down in the bottom left-hand corner. So left trigger, L2, is our... Okay, that is just insta-death. So we have a very specific... Huh. Oh, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, the heal heals a reasonable chunk of stuff. Yeah, that's definitely just insta-death. So... damage dealt by relics now also refills. Yeah, so damage dealt by our special abilities also recover our void charges. So those are souls. Those are our passives. That's an active. Go on, let's have that as well. Oops. Yes, that was the teleport room. I'm unsure. I'm actually unsure as to where I'm supposed to be going here. Because we seem to be locked. Let's save the game. In just looking at the map, it looks like rooms that don't have a hard edge are rooms that can be explored further. So it's got to be one of these three. Well, four, but I don't think we can get up any higher. We need a grappling hook. But we don't seem to have an option. Oh, unless, is the game wanting us to play better than that? Probably. Nice amount of iframe time after you've been hit. Is the game wanting us to learn about pogoing? Oh, they are not. Huh. No, that's not going to get us anywhere now. No, definitely can't leap on those, so I'm missing something. I think potentially having a little bit more clarity. In your demo would possibly be a good thing, because I've been wandering around now for 5 minutes or so and not making any progress. Oh, we don't have a duck, do we? We don't have a duck. Okay, death. What does death do? Just puts us back at the start of the room by the look of it. So no souls like losing your currency, which is appreciated. Oh, see that those are not. Those are not ways of getting ahead. Hold on. Aha! Spectral chakram. That wasn't what I wanted to do at all. More health? Okay, well that was the 30 minutes But as I so often do, we're going to have a little bit more time. Ah, this gets us over to the other side of that. Aha. A little bit more time gets us a new Metroidvania power, which is going to be a grappling, or the ability to hold on to chains. Enterzun Sack is... yes. Or unless it gets us... It's a full-on grapple hook. Nice work, Dema. Okay, you do not need to press X and L1. It simply means L1 in the air. Okay. It looks like you can, assuming you're not awful like me, looks like you can infinitely pogo, which is cool. That's not the right doorway. I know it's not the right doorway because the one that I want, it glows purple. Establish this early? Yeah. That's the wrong button. Okay, so we can now get further up. We can also get across this room down here. Keep it to 30 minutes, Demo. You've got a dozen or so demos to play through. Very first one I play on the day. Already spend more than 30 minutes on. I'm so bad. An ancient cipher. Is that a relic? No, that's a key item. Encrypted writings that can be consumed to unseal. I'm going to sneeze. Vaults. Excusez-moi. Okay. There's no way of... Okay, there's no cooldown or anything on that, so with just a little bit of kind of positioning, it just grabs on, I think. I didn't actually mean to go through the door. Okay, that does actually arc back to you. That's cool. I think I will probably end up reconfiguring the controls, assuming there are rebindable controls. Okay. In terms of what does this showcase as a demo? Because I'm, as I've said before, I'm very much of the opinion that a demo should sell you on a game. That's the point of a demo. There's no point putting out a demo that doesn't entice people to want to put down money for the full product. Now, I had not, as far as I'm aware, heard of this... Ow. Heard of this? Ow, yes. Insightful commentary. I hadn't heard of this game before, I don't think. But it's very much on the old radar now. You know, it's got kind of a... Oh, hello. Lingering corpse. It's very much got the kind of Lovecraftian cosmic horror vibes that I particularly appreciate. Ow. Nice, they collapse into stone. Good animation quality. Doesn't seem to take too much to get back our... I'm assuming that's a health refill. That was not... Yeah, there's plenty of... Oh, that's not the right button. Just play better, you spoon. Screw this chair in particular. Fake wall is clearly fake. They seem to be giving us quite a lot of health and stuff, which makes me wonder whether this is actually a kind of vertical slice demo as opposed to an actual level from the game. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, we're getting tons of currency and loads of these little bits and pieces all over the place. Kind of drip feeding of stuff is something that I appreciate. I didn't really want to do that, but I have now done it, so... There's a definite kind of feel of this is some kind of a void anchor. And interestingly, an awakened salt receptacle. Void anchor allows for the activation of the Grey City's elaborate network of void gates. Yeah, L1 in midair. Twitch fibers. Huh. That thing that we picked up doesn't seem to have any kind of entry. That intrigues me. Oh no, wait, did it give us an extra healing charge? Is that what it did? That's what it might have done. It might have been an extra healing thing. That's another health pip. Health chunk, health whatever. I've bemoaned recently the idea of style over substance. The idea that games have been quite flashy, but that hasn't necessarily served the actual gameplay. Whereas the animations for things flying up into the UI and so on and so forth, they don't necessarily serve a massive purpose. But nor do they particularly detract. Path unlocked. Okay, this is a save room. This is a save room. Right, there's a room between these two. Okay, that allows us to travel between these places. Right, there was another... Ow. I'm going to ignore you for now. There was another path down here, which I'm just going to go and check, because I'm quite liking this. I'm going to take all the damage on the way down. Puzzle. I'm really bad at these, by the way. There we are. A thing. Oh. Oh. Damage improves. So you have to complete, or at least in this instance, you had to complete a little puzzle in order to get a damage up. Okay. That's cool. Right, down here there was a save room. Let's use that, and then I'm assuming there will be a boss through here to end the demo. That would be my guess. And then I'm going to go and add this to my wish list. Yeah. Ooh, you are cool looking. Now, are we going to get to fights? The Pustulant Prince. Oh, that's a... Oh, that was him dying. I thought that was me dying. End of demo. Thank you for trying out the demo for Voidwrought. We hope you enjoyed it. I really did. The game is still in development and we love to hear from you. Feedback then, on the off chance that the devs watch this slightly longer than the 30 minutes that I'd planned to play for. 43 minutes, save count 8, death count 1, 160 monster slain, heal count 8. The only thing I think that feels a little bit off to me is the corner grabbing. Something about it feels a little bit stiff, like it's a little bit clampy. It's almost like the way you've got it set up is that maybe you've got little kind of trigger areas on the corners of the different kind of rectangular things, and it clamps the player's position to that, or snaps it to that. It just feels a little bit stiff in that regard. But otherwise, the grapple mechanic feels okay. I'd maybe like a little bit more control, but I think I could probably get used to that. I really like the art style. I really like the world building. There's a definite sense of you are travelling through an eldritch nightmare. This is a Lovecraftian city where the rules of kind of nature do not apply, where eldritch horrors are stalking the depths, things are awakening. The writing has been good, a little bit overwritten, but that's kind of the point for eldritch horror, so that is not a critique. That is just, yes, I appreciate that you are successfully writing in the style a lot of eldritch horror writers do. I'm really impressed with that. Really impressed with that. Great art style, very consistent art style as well, which I really appreciate. And there's a definite kind of sense of this is an interesting world. I've said that you've got to try and grab me in your first 30 minutes, and clearly you've managed to do that because I've been playing for 45 to 50 minutes at this point. And I don't even mind that there was a fair chunk of reading at the start, because it was interesting reading. It wasn't just generic, here is a fantasy world and the gods are angry and there's a magical crystal that needs finding, or some such generic pap. This is much more focused. This is very much it knows what it wants to be, and I appreciate that. Voidwrought even. Demo available as part of the NextFest on Steam. Check it out for yourself. I have been very impressed. I do feel that the controls are a little bit stiff in places, but otherwise really consistent, really entertaining experience. Good stuff. Onwards to the next demo. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the support. Like if you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more. Check out mycoffee.com for all of the Metroidvania map goodness. And this definitely strikes me as the kind of game that I would map out. Nice. Very nice. Do we have any details about... Oh, that's what happens if you alt-tab out the game. Release date is allegedly 2024. Voidwrought is a 2D action platformer set in a hand-drawn world of cosmic horrors. Explore the thawing ruins of the first civilization and strike down the gods that dwell there. Grow your powers, uncover ancient artifacts, and expand your shrine amid the wreckage. Nice. Yeah. Super impressed with that. Have yourselves a great day, folks. Cheerio.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.